So pretty much the cartridge itself goes into the actual What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be something very new because the girls have been waiting and it is finally here. Fenty has come out with Fenty Skin. That's what I have in this lovely PR mailer here. I'm going to make sure like all of my info is definitely covered, but this is what I have in this mailer here. And the funny thing is that I actually got sent this a few weeks ago, so by the time you're seeing this video I've already had it. And I really wanted to make sure that I did a first impressions and just like a demo situation of the actual 3-step system for you all, so you have an idea and you know what you're going into for the launch. So if you're interested in seeing more about the new Fenty Skin launch, keep on watching. And this is what the actual inside of the mailer looks like. So beautiful photo of Rihanna up here and a little bit of details on the actual bottom of the mailer here, as well as the actual Fenty Skin products below. So Fenty Skin is the new culture of skincare. It's going to be available on fentyskin.com. So I'm going to open up the actual mailer more, and on the actual tabs on the inside there's more information about the actual launch itself. So one thing we have is excuse me, an actual quote, and it says, Fenty Skin is my vision of the new culture of skincare. I wanted to create amazing products that really work, that everyone can get in on, and that are easy to approach. When developing the brand, these were the 3 steps that really changed my skin and hooked me on creating this routine. That is a quote from Rihanna herself. On the bottom tab we have Fenty Skin starters. Rihanna's way, your best skin in 3 simple steps. So we have step 1, just wash your face. Step 2, smooth the way to pore perfection. And step 3 is save face with invisible sun protection. Y'all know I love SPF, so. And now we have the last side of the mailer. It says clinically tested 3-step. Every multitasking product is like 2-in-1. Used together to brighten skin, reduce the look of pores, and target dark spots. Clean, vegan, earth conscious. We love that. So I'm actually going to take the items out of the actual mailer itself and just give you guys a closer look of the products all together. So first up we have the Total Cleanser. It's a daily cleanser and makeup remover in one. This is what the tube looks like. I love to have my cleansers in tubes like this, or maybe like a pump tube. I feel like it just makes things easier. But going along with the Fenty packaging from like the actual makeup products, this is very sleek. I love that. And an opaque tube so that our product is protected. So this is the actual Total Cleanser. Next up we have the Fat Water. It's a pore refining toner serum. This is what it looks like. And you have the Fenty Skin seal on the top. So this is your toner serum. And lastly we have the HYDRA VIZOR, which is the invisible moisturizer and SPF. This is the main packaging of it, so I'm just going to open it up. And this has a 2-part insert. Okay, so pretty much the cartridge itself goes into the actual tube for the most part. So this is the actual cartridge with the product. This is the actual tube that it goes into. So there you go. And then you can twist it down to close it and this will disappear. When it's open like this, it's ready to pump. So that's really cool. I like that. So this way, especially if you're traveling a long distance, it's pretty much like a no mess kind of situation. So that's really cool. All right, so to get into the actual 3-step, the first product is a hyper clean soft skin without stripping or drying daily cleanser and makeup remover in one. So for use day and night to remove makeup dirt and impurities. Wet skin, work into a lather, rinse. My skin is not currently wet, so what I'm going to do is what I do with all of my cleansers. I normally apply them to dry skin. So this is a twist to open and twist to close. So the tube is currently closed, and I'm just going to twist that, and now it is open and ready to be used. So I'm actually just going to squeeze this out about how much cleanser I normally would use. So about like a pump and a half, maybe 2. It has like very little, like you have to you see how close I'm smelling this right now? That's how you can tell with the fragrance. But there's really no strong fragrance, which I love, especially when it comes to skincare, because people with sensitive skin or like any skin conditions, anything fragrance related is definitely bothersome to the skin. So I love that. And this is the actual consistency. I'm trying to think of like the best comparison in terms of like this consistency, but it's not super creamy. It's kind of like a cream gel situation in my opinion, which I like. So I'm just gonna emulsify that and just begin rubbing that onto the skin. All right, so I went and added some water, and now I'm going to do a thorough cleanse for 60 seconds or 1 minute. And sorry, I'm trying to make sure like I get everything. And you always want to bring it onto your neck as well. Do not leave your neck out. And I really like how this feels on skin so far. I would definitely have to use this, of course. I'm gonna try using this for a month and see if I like this. But so far so good on skin. And like I didn't have any makeup on or anything like that, so, but definitely 60 seconds. I've probably gone over 60 seconds so far. Always want to get up into your hairline as well, especially if you've been wearing makeup. You always want to make sure that you're getting into your hairline. Alright, so I've washed off the cleanser. I like how my skin feels so far. It doesn't feel stripped or dry. It definitely does feel soft and supple. One thing I definitely would mention is that I can definitely use less cleanser than I did apply the first go around. So I could probably cut that in about half, which will also save me a ton of product, and I'd probably be able to prolong the life of the actual tube of cleanser itself. But definitely I would use less product. That's number one. But like I said, my skin definitely feels soft and supple right now, so I'm hoping that, and it definitely does feel clean. And I tend to notice it for myself, especially like my nose. I can tell because I get like a lot of buildup and like these bumps, and I really don't have that right now, which is how I know that like my skin is clean. But it definitely does feel good and feel soft right now. So moving on to step 2. Step 2 is the actual fat water pore refining toner serum. This instantly refines the look of pores, reduces the look of dark spots, evens skin tone, and fights shine without stripping skin, which is perfect. That's what we definitely need. So directions are: use day and night on clean skin, apply over face with fingers. I normally apply my toners with cotton balls, and I actually have cotton balls here ready to go, but this is saying to use your fingers. So this is also, I like the ease of use with the Fenty products. I definitely will say, sorry, I have like an eyelash. So I like the ease of use with these, and all of these are twist products. So this is closed right now, and I'm just going to twist that to open. So I really don't know how much of this to use, so let's, and the bottle, you can squeeze it. Okay, so this is what I've applied to my hand quickly. All the products have like a similar smell. Okay. And I'm not using any of my normal skincare products in this. The only thing I probably would add maybe is like eye cream. But because this is a 3-step system, I want to see how the system works together versus adding anything else into the mix. So I've applied it, and I'm just going to pat that into the skin. Okay, so it don't look shiny. Okay, so still doesn't feel stripped or dry. I'm not shiny, which I do like. Nose feels pretty good. Skin feels pretty good altogether, and it's definitely absorbed into my skin. I can definitely tell. Nothing feels wet or sticky, so that's good. I would definitely have to see what my skin looks like throughout the day to notice if there's like a big overall difference. But so far so good, and I like that you actually apply this with your fingers versus using like a cotton swab or any cotton ball or anything like that. My skin definitely does feel good so far. So next up, our last step is going to be HYDRA VIZOR Invisible Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen, which is perfect for face. 30 and above, I would say, is like your go-to. This is for use every single day, no excuses. I agree. Apply before makeup for the ultimate canvas. Directions for external use only. Apply liberally 15 minutes before sun exposure. So it's always 15 minutes before sun exposure or before you apply any makeup related products, because you really want your SPF to set into place. You don't want to slip and slide all over the skin, because that legit defeats the purpose. Use a water resistant sunscreen if swimming or sweating. Reapply at least every 2 hours. I feel like that is the part that people tend to forget when it comes to SPF. SPF is something that should be applied every couple of hours. It's not a I apply it one time and I'm good to go for the day. If you're going to be outside for multiple hours, whether that's beach, if you're just, you know, outside sitting in a park, whatever it is, if you are going to be there longer than an hour, 2 hours, you definitely want to make sure that you are carrying some sort of SPF with you to reapply. Other than that, it defeats the purpose. So with this, I popped the cartridge in. It's actually ready for pumping. This is currently open, if you can see. And then when you twist the actual bottom, it's going to twist down and lock into place, so that this, you cannot pump it, and it pretty much prevents like a no spill situation. So I'm just gonna open that back up with the twist. And what I love about this is that you're able to remove the refill for product information, and also to, you know, change it out should you need a new product, and you'll legit just have the cartridge already. So I'm just gonna start pumping it out. And the thing is, when it comes to your SPF, you always want to make sure that you are applying enough. You never want to under apply, if that makes sense. So with this, I'm gonna apply to forehead, I'm gonna do nose, cheeks, making sure we have enough, chin. I'm just going to take a little bit more for my neck. Alright. Now this actually does have a little more fragrance to it than everything else has had. It's not bad. It kind of reminds me of like citrus. That's what it smells like to me. And anytime you're applying products, you always want to work upwards. You never want to apply downwards, because that promotes and increases wrinkles, and we want those. So always want to make sure you are applying in an upward motion. I'm definitely going to get my forehead. I do like the tips of my ears as well. And what I like about this so far is that it looks like there is no cast from what I can see, and that's extremely important, especially for Black women. Anytime we are applying an SPF of some kind, it tends to leave a cast or like a film on the skin, and it does not look good. It tends to make us look dull, gray, and ashy. But for this, it looks like it absorbs quickly, and there's no cast or no film, which is super important. And what I like about this product is that it is a moisturizer and an SPF in one. So now I will say that, like, I like the consistency of it, and this, it has a very light fragrance. It's not super overpowering. To me, it reminds me a little bit of citrus, but I'm trying to think of what else would be along the same lines, but it's definitely giving me more citrus vibes. For people that have like sensitive skin, that's always something that you want to be mindful of when it comes to any of your products. Fragrance can definitely cause irritation, and that's something that you want to make sure that you are being careful with, especially if you do have sensitive skin. So this is my version of my, I guess, like first impressions. And first impressions, I do like the actual system so far. And what I mean by that is that, like, I like the packaging, I like the way that the tubes are set, I like how everything is like a twist to open kind of situation to prevent spillage, and the way everything looks is very sleek and very chic, which I do love. And I feel like this color is like a muted, like a grayish kind of like light lavender purple kind of situation, so that it's very gender neutral, so men and women are able to use this system, and men don't have to feel a way about using skincare products, because we all know how they tend to get, especially when it comes to like packaging and colors and things like that. But I definitely like the system in that terms. Like I said, I really love the twist to open situation. So far so good. My skin definitely does feel good, and that's always something that I am very mindful of anytime I am trying new skincare products. I do like how the finished product looks. I don't look super oily or shiny. It's giving me just like natural glow, which is very important for me when it comes to my skincare, partly because I am an oily combination skin type, and that's something that I always want to be mindful of, so that I'm not overproducing an excess amount of oil. I do like that the toner serum, and I think that's what it is. It's giving me more of a serum kind of consistency, but I really love that you apply this product using your hands and your fingers versus using an actual cotton ball. So that's something to definitely be mindful of and to take into consideration when you are using your products as well. Any way that you can help the environment, always go for it. So far so good, I will say. And like, I do like how my skin feels. Now the test will be to use it over the course of the next couple weeks to a month, to really see how my skin, if it's improving, if it looks worse, whatever the situation is, and to really see how I will be able to work this 3-step system into my actual skincare routine. So that may be using the actual 3-step and getting rid of everything else that I have, or actually figuring out how to incorporate some of these items into my current skincare routine. The only thing I would currently change at this moment is using an eye cream, but I feel like because of the toner serum, it definitely takes out a couple of steps, being your toner and your serums. But I definitely would use an eye cream with this actual system here. And like I said, I really love that the moisturizer is a 2-in-1, so it's a moisturizing SPF, and you definitely have to reapply every 2 hours, which you should normally be doing anytime you are using SPF and you are outside longer than an hour. But I think that's pretty much it. I really hope that you all enjoyed my first impressions and demo of the new Fenty Skin line. It's available July 31st on Fenty Skin. You can definitely check that out, and I'll see you guys in my next video.